We are in Howick, where DA federal leader Geordin Hill-Lewis has been leading a campaign here in the uMngeni municipality, the first and only municipality that is led by the DA in KwaZulu-Natal. The party won uMngeni in 2021 and they are looking to retain this municipality in the upcoming local government elections in November. But let's talk to the leader of the DA. Geordin, you're here in uMngeni. The aim is to retain this municipality, but there is a threat from parties such as the MK party, who are going to be contesting in their first local government elections. We saw them in 2024 putting up a strong showing in this province of KwaZulu-Natal. How much of a threat are they to the DA's ambitions here in this province?
Well, before I discuss other parties, I just want to say how proud I am of the work that has been done here in uMngeni to help and serve every resident, whether it be in the town of Howick or the surrounding towns, or in this township context in shires here. Everywhere, the improvement is noticeable. Our mayor here, Chris Pappas, and his team have served with humility and with integrity, and it's a wonderful story of a turnaround town. And this is, I think, an example of what other towns can be around South Africa and around KZN. We can get towns like this working, even if they are broken, because that's exactly what we've done here. We're not just promising it. And so, of course, there might be lots of people who are tempted to support other parties. You mentioned MK, there might be others. But I would just say to them, if you want a town or a municipality where you live that actually works and that works for everyone, not for some, but for all, then it's best that you give the DA a chance and trust us with your vote. Here in uMngeni, next door in uMsunduzi, further afield in eThekwini, in Durban, and everywhere across our country. We can bring change, we can get towns and cities working, but only if you unite behind the DA.
Now, what is the DA doing to ensure that it does put up a good showing in the November 4th local government elections here in KwaZulu-Natal? I mean, experts are saying we're going to see a very tough contest in the province of KwaZulu-Natal, especially in a number of municipalities, including eThekwini and uMsunduzi. What do you have planned as you campaign towards the state?
Well, across South Africa, we have a very competitive election. In this province, the dynamics are a bit different because the ANC has completely collapsed. The ANC is now a distant third party. And it is a two-horse race between the DA and MK. And it's a clear choice between, do you want your towns and cities to go forwards, or do you want chaos and corruption under MK? That is the choice that voters are facing in this province. We are going to put up the best election fight that we can. That is why we are here today. And we will be working here every single day between now and November 4th to motivate voters, to talk about the turnaround that we've done, and to show them that we can do that everywhere.
We are in an informal settlement, Shiabazali, where you can see that housing is still an issue in this municipality that is run by the DA. Water and other very serious or much needed services. So how do you convince people who are still waiting for development or better services in this municipality that the DA is still the municipality, or rather the party to trust going to these elections?
Well, the mayor was just taking me through the improvements that he has done here over the last few years. The solar lights that you can see there, the VIP toilets that you can see all over the place. So this was a completely unserviced informal settlement. And actually with a DA mayor, where probably in 2021, I don't know the stats off by heart, but we probably got very few votes. But look at the way that he has served this community. Look at the way that the DA has served this community, because that's what we do. We serve everyone. That is what our passion is. That's why we are here. And now, in the last election, 2024, it wasn't a local government election, but here we got a lot of votes and actually won here. We actually won right here. And that is incredibly exciting. And I think that story can be replicated elsewhere. It shows if you do the job well, you get the basics working, you make visible and meaningful improvements to people's quality of life, that you can win their trust and their support.
Now, one of the issues in KwaZulu-Natal is that of safety and security, especially for those who will be candidates for various political parties going to these local government elections. We've just had an incident where one councillor in eThekwini was shot down and killed on Thursday last week. It's not yet known what the motive was behind that, but surely this must be something that concerns or worries the DA. How worried are you about the safety of councillors and those who are candidates during this campaigning period?
It is a concern. Obviously, that's really bad for democracy, and it's totally incompatible with a free and fair election and a constitutional democracy. So I think some parties feel threatened when we come into places where we traditionally have not got a lot of support, but now all of a sudden we are winning support, we are winning places like this. And I would just encourage them. This is a democracy. Do not ever let that sense of good, healthy, democratic competition turn into intimidation and violence. That would be very bad. So we reject that completely, and we call on all parties to respect a peaceful and free and fair election.
Thank you very much. That was Geordin Hill-Lewis, the federal leader of the Democratic Alliance, leading a campaign here in the Howick area, which is under the municipality of uMngeni, the only municipality that is run by the DA in KwaZulu-Natal, and they're hoping to expand that number in the upcoming local government elections on the 4th of November. Will they be able to achieve this? Well, it remains to be seen. I'm Zanele Buthelezi for SABC News in Howick.